Hello again, my fabulous super kids. Before you get started, did you go out? Did you go outside and check your sundial? Okay, make sure you have at least 2 shadows traced by now. All right, we are going to be doing some review today, and we have a great super duper magazine to take a look at. So I want you to pause the video and practice reading all these words that we have learned. Remember, everything over here on this side has double O's. Sometimes double O says like foot. Sometimes double O says ooh like moo. I don't think any of those say that this time, do they? And then over here, we have that tag-along E. This is the E that looks like a super E, but he's not actually flying over to do anything. Because I never heard of a have, so A can't say its name. OI says oi, so O can't say its name. EA already says E, so we don't need a super E. AI already says A, so we don't need a super E. And if super E flew over to make I say its name, that would be a guyve, and I never heard of one. So pause your video and practice each of those words now. Okay, and now let's get some pencil and paper, practice some spelling. Who's ready?
Look. I like to look at the stars. Look.
Pause your video to spell look. Awesome.
Foot. Tack's foot slipped in the mud. Foot.
Pause your video to spell foot. Great job. Number 3.
Have. I have 2 pets. Have.
Oh, I think have might be one of those tag-along words. Did you remember tag-along E on have? Number 4.
Give. Cass picked apples to give to the kids. Give.
Give. Pause your video. Okay, there's another tag-along E. Number 5.
Leave. Did you leave your book in the car? Leave.
Leave. Pause your video. Okay, hopefully you remembered. Leave has a tag-along E, but there's an EA in the middle, so we didn't need a super E, did we? Last one.
Please. Remember to say please and thank you. Please.
Please. Pause your video. And please is another one of those tag-along words, isn't it? Right? So please has an EA in the middle, and it already says E. We didn't need super E, did we? Sentence practice. Who's got your thinking cap on?
Look at the puppy's gray foot.
Look at the puppy's gray foot. I'm going to give you one clue. The foot belongs to the puppy. We learned this very early in 1st grade. What do we add to the word puppy to show it's his foot? Listen again.
Look at the puppy's gray foot.
Look at the puppy's gray foot. Pause your video. All right, certainly you, 2nd grade ready super kids, began your sentence with a capital L, didn't you? And spelled look correctly. But let's check the word puppy. What are all the rules we know here? Well, puppy has to have double P's in the middle. We know that because it's a short U, right? P-up-E. And then we also know we would never put an E on the end to say the E at the end of puppy, because E at the end is usually quiet, isn't it? We needed a Y, and this Y sounds like E because puppy has another vowel in it. Remember that rule? The Y at the end will say E if the word has other vowels. And then here's the question of the day. Who is so clever that you remembered apostrophe S is the way to show that the gray foot belongs to the puppy? It's the puppy's gray foot. Excellent. Hopefully you have a period at the end as well. Let's try another.
Please give him to me to hold.
Ooh, long one. Please give him to me to hold. 7 words. Listen again. Please give him to me to hold. Pause your video. That was a long one. Uppercase P, please has a tag along E because of the EA in the middle. Give has a tag along E. The rest of these words should have been easy to spell, huh? And did you remember your period at the end? I sure hope so. All right, everybody, let's grab your word work practice book. And today we're going to be answering some questions to see how well do you remember what happened in the story about the zoo. So, I recommend that you please open your white book to the story called Zoo Clue. And don't just guess at these answers. Actually look at the page that talks about who made up clues for the kids to find at the zoo. Who was the person who made the clues? Find it in the story and be able to actually point to it before you pick the answer on the page. Okay? And then down here for number 5, I want you to practice writing an answer with words from the question. Why did it take the kids a long time to solve all the riddles? I want you to look what I'm going to show you. It a long time. Watch what I'm going to do. It took, now I changed take into took, right? You know how to spell took. It took a long, see what I did there? I am starting my answer by using words right out of the question. Didn't I underline those words, it, a long time? Remember I underlined those right in the question? Now watch what I'm spelling. B-E-C-A-U-S-E, because, B-E-C-A-U-S-E, I can spell because. Hey, remember we learned that at school? So we're going to put that in our answer. It took a long, oh my goodness, Mrs. Wright, you forgot the word time. I was supposed to put the word time right in there, wasn't I? It took a long time because, and then tell me what took so long. Practice using words from the question to help you form an answer that's a good, complete sentence. The next one we're going to look for, turn the page to 135 in your practice workbook. And again, up here, we have words that sound the same. And these two look the same, but this one's live and that one's live. And I know that because this little cup mark says use the short vowel sound, and that little minus mark says use the long vowel sound. And this is 8 and 8. One's I ate the food and the other is a number. And this is write and write. This is the right answer on my right hand, and this is write it with a pencil. And that's old and hold, isn't it? You will have to read each one and decide which is the correct spelling of the word that you need to use for these sentences. Ooh, be careful. I can't wait to see how we do on that. And then we're going to try page 98. This is in your activity packet. On page 98, your job is to read each of these sentences that are right from the story of Zoo Clue, but they're not in the right order. So you're going to cut them carefully on the lines and rearrange them, putting them in the correct order of how they happened in the story. Okay? You can just move them around and send me a picture of how you did that. You don't have to worry about gluing and drawing pictures and everything else, okay? All right. If you have already finished creating your entire memory book and yesterday you finished making your book cover and you have attached it all together and it's beautiful, you should have found the place by now to upload your finished work. Okay? If you didn't finish yesterday, keep working today, and that's not a problem at all. All right? And I am going to make you a second video that has the Super Duper magazine called Who Am I? So, stop right there and check the class story for a link for the Super Duper magazine. See you in a minute.